Morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so we have already discussed about sorting algorithm, bubble sort, insertion sort, and selection sort. Two more sorting is there, quick sort and merge sort. So we will discuss on a later on. So today we discuss about the file. So how to create a file using C program or how to write a file or etc. So before going writing for a program using file, first of all, we discuss that what do you mean by file? Anyone? What do you mean by file? Can you please explain anyone? In your definition, how do you define the file? Because you are working with a file most of the time of your day. Word file, PDF file, PPT file, Excel file, there is a file. In mobile, there is a file. In a laptop, there is a file. So what do you think? What is the definition of file?
Ma'am, file is a
It's a
place.
group of related data,
Ma'am,
collections of related data.
file is a place where we can hold all the type of documents and data.
Okay, file is where we can hold all the types of documents. So what do you mean by documents?
Ma'am, text type or TXT type or Word type, PDF type, any type of data, JPG, MP4, anything.
Okay, or anything else, Abir? What do you say?
It's a sequence of bytes, ma'am, and it stores a group of relative data in the memory.
Okay, both are correct. Both are correct. So file is a place where we can store all the types of documents, and file is a place where we can store the all the related data or something like that. So file, when we create a file in our laptop or mobile or some any this type of device, so we can say that a file may be anything. File may be anything from a disk file to a binary file or terminal file. In terms of, I'm talking about in terms of hardware part of our mobile or laptop or desktop. So file may be anything from a disk file to a terminal file, whatever it is. So whatever the file in back part of our machine, this is also a file. Maybe there is a disk file, maybe there is a binary file, because all these operating system, all these software, all these hardware, all the programs related to that, all are written in a back end of our computer or desktop or mobile, whatever you say. And whatever the file we are working in our daily life, like Word file, Excel file, PPT file, suppose any folder for. So can you please tell me what is the difference between folder and file? Because when we creating a file, suppose first before going to create a file, we first create a folder. Suppose I'm going to store all the documents of mine, but before that I'm creating a folder first. Suppose this folder contains my name. Now in between them, I'm creating the documents part by part. Suppose I'm storing my 10th related documents. I'm storing my 12th related documents separately. I'm creating my BTech related documents. I'm creating my MTech related documents, or I'm creating my professional related documents or something like that. So before that, I'm creating a folder. So can you please explain what is the basic difference between this folder and the file? Because folder is, I think, when in a common sense, folder is also a file. Then what is the basic difference between folder and files?
Ma'am, folder is a place where we store file, means it's like a container, and folder doesn't require any space on hard disks. It doesn't consume any space, but file consumes space.
Okay, anything else? Anyone? Are you getting my question? That before storing some information of mine, I'm going to first create a folder which can contain my name. Suppose in between this folder, I'm creating a separate file or I'm creating a separate folder. আমরা কিভাবে কাজ করি ল্যাপটপে যখন কোনো ডেটা স্টোর করি, so it means that first of all I'm creating a folder. Okay, I'm creating a folder. After that, between that folder, between the main folder, suppose I'm creating a folder of mine which contains my name. Now in between that folder, I'm creating 3 or 4 different folders. For what? Suppose I am creating one folder called BTech, I'm creating another folder called MTech, I'm creating a folder called 10th standard, I'm creating a folder of 12th standard or something like that. Now in between them, I'm going to store all my education related documents. So in 10th standard, I am storing all the 10th related papers or result certificate or whatever it is. Same way, I'm storing all my educational documents in like that way. So my question is, what is the basic difference between this folder and the file? So Jayed already said that when we create a folder, it is actually contain all the files. It doesn't store any memory into the hard drive. But when we creating a file and something written on that or something storing between that, it will actually store the memory in our hardware or in our external storage device, whatever it is. So I'm not talking about the memory part because it is another thing. Just tell me, it is the only difference or anything is there between folder and file? Anyone? Any other difference is there? What do you think? আর কারোর কিছু মাথায় আসছে না নাকি আর কিছু হয় না?
Ma'am, a file cannot contain other files, but a folder can contain other folders.
File cannot contain other files.
Yes, ma'am. But folder can contain.
Yes, of course, folder can contain another folder. It is obviously true. But file cannot contain another file. What do you say? Other people, is it right or wrong? Folder can contain another folder. We already know that because I am already telling you, for example, that I am creating a folder of my name and in between them I am creating 5 different folders. So folder can contain obviously another folder. It is absolutely right. But a file doesn't contain any other file. Is it true or false? According to Kabir, he says that file doesn't contain any another file. Is it true or false? Anyone?
Ma'am, I think he is right.
File doesn't contain any file, right?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Jayed, Abhay, Abir, what did you say? Debargo.
True, ma'am. Doesn't contain another file, ma'am.
Okay, so file doesn't contain another file. It is obviously true. And Jayed is absolutely correct that folder contains only the files, or folder contains folders, or folder doesn't hold any memory in a hard drive, but file contain the memory, because in between folder we can actually store the files, and in between file we actually store the all related documents or whatever we have, suppose Word, Excel, means data sheet, or Excel sheet or PPT, whatever we have, we actually store in between the file. So this is a basic concept of file, that where we can store all the related documents in between them, and obviously in file have a specific name, and same file name, one file may be placed in a different places, maybe same file name in my laptop, in my desktop, in my mobile, it is possible, but in a same place, same file name, it is not possible. We know that because when we creating a same file with a same name, then there is an option that either we want to overwritten or we want to replace whatever it is. Now in terms of C, what is the meaning of file? That we are already discussed about that one. So file meanings is same for anywhere, and when we work with a file using C, basically we have to work with a file pointer. So we already know that what is pointer. So pointer is a pointer is something which can store the address of another variable. We know that. So now when we work with a file, we actually work with a file pointer. Why? Why we need file pointer for working with a file? Because file means you have to written something in between them. Whatever it is, I'm not talking about that one. Whatever you have, you written in between the file. So the concept is using when we work with a file, when we write our code using C, so many options is there. Suppose I'm already creating a text file in my laptop. Suppose in my whatever you use, laptop or desktop, suppose. So I'm using laptop. Suppose I'm creating a text file, simple text file. I'm not talking about any other files. So I'm just talking about .txt file, .txt. So suppose I'm creating a text file and which store some sentence in between them, nothing else. So I'm creating a file separately. I'm not talking about the program. I'm creating a text file, simple text file, and I'm placing this file somewhere in my laptop, maybe in between the documents, maybe in between the desktop, maybe in some folder, maybe in creating a folder of mine and then store a file, whatever. But I'm storing that file in my laptop, and in between these files, I'm written some statements here, or suppose 2 or 3 sentences there, nothing else, and I'm saved that one. Now my motto is I'm going to open this file, but not double click on that one. I'm open this file using C program, using writing a C program. Suppose what I'm telling, I'm already creating a text file somewhere in my laptop, some name. Obviously when I'm creating a file, some name is there. So basically when we creating a file, it is by default the name is untitled, but you have given some name for that. Suppose my file name is text. So, or text1, whatever it is. So text1.txt, this is my file name, or text1 my file name. .txt is by default placed here because this is a text file. Now I'm going to open this file using C program. এমন নয় যে প্রোগ্রাম ছাড়া ওটা ওপেন করা যায় না, আমি যেখানে লিখেছি ডাইরেক্টলি আমি যেতে পারি, আমি ওখানে ডাবল ক্লিক করব, আমার ফাইল ওপেন হয়ে যাবে, বাট আই এম ওপেনিং দিস ফাইল ইউজিং সি প্রোগ্রাম. সো নাও আই এম স্টার্টিং or I am writing the code for that. So first of all, the question is you have to work with the file, because according to the program statement you have to open this file. This file is already created in your laptop or desktop, and this file having some name. So for that reason, when you want to open this file using C program, you have to specify a function for opening that file. For opening that file, so you have to use fopen. Fopen, because I'm going to open this file. So we have to use fopen. I'm writing this one in the program. Don't worry. Just first listen that one. So I'm writing fopen. Why? Because I'm going to open my existing file, which file is already created in my laptop. After that, we have to specify the path of that file. What is the meaning of that path? Because I have more than 100 files in my laptop. So when we writing a program for specifically open a file, so we have to first tell the compiler that what is the address of that file, because it is impossible that compiler searches all the places যে কোথায় আমার সেই ফাইলটা থাকতে পারে. It is too much time consuming. আমার প্রোগ্রামের কমপ্লেক্সিটি অনেক বেড়ে যাবে, অনেক মেমরি লেগে যাবে আমার এই প্রোগ্রামটা রান করতে গেলে, রান টাইম and compile time, whatever it is. So when we try to open a file, open a existing file using some program, using C program, we have to first use fopen. Why? Because I'm going to open a file, that's why we use here fopen, and we have to specify the path of that particular file, because where is the file actually lies, it will be defined by user for better understanding to the compiler. And one more thing, we have to define the mode. What do you mean by mode? Mode means what I'm telling, that I have already exist that file. So this file is already exist in my laptop. So I'm just going to open this file. So I'm just only read this file, nothing else. Nothing else. So I have to define the read mode, which short we have to written here within double inverted quote R. So when we work with a file, we have to maintain all these three things. First, we have to specify that we have used fopen, because I'm going to open a file. This file is already exist in my laptop. So for that, you have to specify the path or the address of your file, where actually is your file. So go to that place where is your file, just copy paste the location, copy the location and paste that one in your program. So this is the total path of your file, destination address of your file. And after that, you have to mention the mode. What mode? Because this file is already created in your laptop, That's why you have to written here only R. Why R? Because I'm going to read this file. Open this file and read this file. Read this file means I'm just seeing the file. Whatever the sentence written in between them, I'm just only seeing that one, nothing else. So this total thing is used for opening a file, and you say that read the file, nothing else. So file is already created. This is number one. Number two is I'm creating a file using writing some C program. So now the previous example I'm talking about that the file is already created or file is already existed in my laptop. Now I'm going to creating a file using C program. So same thing is happened. So we have to again written fopen because I'm going to open a file, a new file. Okay. Similarly, you have to specify the path because কোথায় তুমি ফাইলটা স্টোর করছো বা তুমি কোথায় ফাইলটাকে ক্রিয়েট করতে চাইছো সেই পাথটাকে তোমাকে ডিফাইন করতে হবে because until or unless you don't define any path or any address to the compiler, if you simple write the file name or nothing is there, then compiler, it may possible that compiler by default somewhere in your laptop your file is created. When we write our program, it will be more clear. Okay, so before creating a file, the same thing we have to maintain. First we write down fopen because now I'm going to open a file. First I'm opening, then I'm creating, something like that. Then we have to declare the path. After that we have to written the file name, whatever my file name is, file name.txt. After that you have to write your mode, not R. When we create a file using C program, our mode is W, within double inverted quote W. Why W? Because for write. What is the meaning of write? Write meaning is now I'm creating a file. Whatever I'm written in between them, it will store in between the file. Because in previous example, the file is already created. But in this example, the file is not created. Now the file is created. After I'm writing this file name.txt, comma, double inverted quote W. So whatever the path I'm saying to the compiler, there a file is stored. Now whatever I'm written in between them, actually the file contains all those statements, all those documents in between those files. So either I'm opening this file again using this C program, or I'm directly go to that path, that particular place in my laptop, and I'm directly open this file and see whatever I'm written in between the using when we writing a program, I'm writing the documents in between them, all the same things are written in between that file also. So basically I'm creating a text file using C program. So one for read the file and one for write the file. Now next part is why I'm using file pointer here. Why I'm using file pointer? Because when you work এতদিন অবধি আমরা যা কাজ করেছি, say variable declaration, say array, string, pointer, structure, whatever it is, basically all are a single thing. Single thing means suppose I'm taking only, suppose I'm going to add two numbers. Very fine. I'm going to add two numbers. So we have two different integer value. Then we tell the compiler that C is equal to A plus B. And I'm simply print the value of C using the data type of that variable and directly write the variable name. That's all. But in case of file, suppose for the first example, I'm read the file. So what is the meaning of that read the file? So whatever the file you have already created in your laptop. Using C program, you are going to same thing. You are going to read this one. What is the meaning of that? Suppose in existing file, I am writing there, my name is something and the world is beautiful or something like that. Some sentence is there. Now using C program, I am going to read that one. So when my program is run, it will show what? It will show all the statements or all the sentence, whatever I have written in my existing files, in my output monitor, in my output screen. When I'm run this program, when we read a file, suppose after written all the specific lines, I'm going to run this program. So in my output monitor, আমাকে কি show করবে? Whatever the sentence I'm writing in my existing file, these all statements are showing in between the output screen. But the thing is, একটা ফাইলের মধ্যে 4টে সেন্টেন্স লেখা আছে। সেই 4টে সেন্টেন্সের পরে সাপোজ m এর পরে y, because the first sentence is my name is that. So the thing is of m, after that y, then space, then n, then a, then m, then e, or something like that. But I am working with file. All the statements written in between this file, it will all show me in my output monitor if my program is okay. So for that particular reason, we have to use file pointer. Why? Because file is a specific thing, a text file. In between them, they are written some 4 or 5 sentences. So until or unless you use a file pointer, it is not possible that it show us each and every word of your statements in the output monitor when you run the program for reading a file. Because it is not like a variable. It is not like a array. Suppose take for example an array. তুমি যখন অ্যারে নিয়ে কাজ করেছো, অ্যারের প্রত্যেক কটা এলিমেন্টস কে শো করার জন্য you have to execute a loop, right? You have to execute a for loop for printing all the elements of your array, right? Printing all the elements of your array, you actually execute a for loop for lower index to upper index, right? So same thing, if we talk about the file, I'm going to show, or I'm going to, or compiler print all the statements, whatever it written in my existing file. My name is that, next sentence is that, something is written there. But file is not a variable. For file, I'm not executing a loop. It's not possible. But I'm using a file pointer. Why? Because every word of the sentence of my file, it will print one by one. It will print one by one. First it will print m, then it will print y, then it will print space, then it will print n, or something like that. For that particular reason, we have to use file pointer. Whenever for reading the file, for writing the file, for appending the file, whatever the operation we are actually work with a file, we work with a file pointer. That's why we use file pointer. Before doing any operation, we use file pointer. So 3 things we have already discussed, that why we use file pointer, what is the meaning of open, what is the meaning of mode R, and what is the meaning of mode W. Okay, so if we say that in a normal manner, that we have to divide, when we work with a C programming, we divide our files into the 2 different parts. One is text file, we know that, the text file, and one is binary file. So basically, what is a text file? We know that it is basically a sequence of character. We can say that it is a basically sequence of character, and it can be organized, or we can say that it is organized into lines terminated by a new line character, or whatever we have written in between them, all are terminated by a new line character. So this is my simple text file, whatever I am talking about in a previous two examples. So we are actually working with a text file, and one is we called binary file. So it is a simple a number of bytes written in between them. So there is no concept of any character or something like that. Okay, so I'm not talking about this binary file, or I'm not working with a binary file. We are working with a text file simply. Next thing is, we know that, so before we work with a file, we have either we have a existing file which is already saved in our laptop or desktop, whatever it is. So obviously there is a file name, and when we creating a file, we define the name here also. Either the file is already created. So if the file is already created, then there is also a name, because a file, obviously the file name is there. And when we creating a file using CPUB program, again we specify the name. Whatever you want to given the name of the file, you written that one. So reading, we know that how to read the all the data or all the documents or all the statements from a file using R mode, and how to write the data into that file using W mode. So for reading the data, we use R, and for writing the data into the file or writing the statements into that file, we use W. And one more thing, after doing all these operations like reading or writing or append or anything else, we have to close our file. That's why you use fclose. So either for reading or for writing, we open our file first. So that's why we written fopen. So after doing all the operations according to our problem statement, we use fclose, because until or unless you not written this one, maybe the compiler doesn't understand that your file operation is complete or not. So you have to written that fclose, means file open, in short fopen, file close, in short fclose. So there is some basic file function. So I'm going to share that one more minute. So see, there is some basic function is there. So we have already discussed fopen, fclose, getC, putC. We know that getS and putS for the string. There is also getC and putC for reads a character. Suppose I only need a specific character from a file. So in that particular case, we use getC. We print particular a character from a file, we use putC. When we print all the data or all the sentence from a file, we use fprintf. Not only the printf, because you are working with a file, not any particular variable. So that's why we use here fprintf. Similarly, for reading the data from your file, you use not only scanf, you use fscanf. For some other functions is there. So we all know that according to our requirement when we write down our programs. So normally these functions mostly needed when we write a program, either for reading the function or for writing the function. Either the reading the data from in between the file or writing the data onto the file, whatever you say. After that, see, this is a file pointer. So we use pointer to a structure which contains the information about the file. So we already know that. So we use this file After that star fp or star ptr, whatever, star fptr for file pointer. And this is for opening file. So this is the opening file. For syntax for opening file, cf open. After that, file name. So here you have to specify the path. After that, your file name with extension, because if I am creating text file, then we have to return the path of that file, then the file name, whatever your file is written, already created, or you have to create whatever you want, then specify the file name dot the extension. In this case, we use .txt, and after that, file mode, as we already discussed, that you have to specify here either R or W or whatever we actually work with our file. We have to write our mode according to that. So these are all the mode of file, in which mode you are actually creating or reading or something you want to work with a file. So W is for open a text file for writing. Read, R is open a text file for reading. A is append to a text file. Open a binary file for reading. Writing a binary file for reading. So RB, WB means read binary, write binary. AB, append to a binary file. So all the it আমাদের সব দরকার হয় না, but basic কিছু modes দরকার হবে when we write a program. So now we are just talking about the program. So just wait. See, so this is a simple file program. I'm written that one. Just understand line by line. If there is a problem, then I will explain. Okay? So আমাদের হাতে time কম বলে আমি already লিখে রেখেছি প্রোগ্রামটা. So first of all, we know that hash include stdio.h, we have to written that one. And for working with a file, we one more header file we declare here, which is stdlib, standard library. Some file related functions, system defined functions is there. So until or unless you don't define that one, maybe their compiler showing some error. So that's why when we work with a file, we use hash include stdlib, standard library. So this first you write down that this is a program for creating a file which contain the information of a student. How many students, what information, all are written here. I'm discussing that one. So the program is you have to create a file which contains the information of a student. So how to store the information of a student of, or we say how to store the information of 10 students using structure, we know that. But now whatever the student count is there, whatever the student information is there, all those things I'm written in between a file. So I have to first create that file and I am storing some information of a student in between that. So first of all, I'm not creating any structure here. See, I'm not creating any differently any structure here, but it's work as a structure. It's not, either you not define that one, it will not work in a like I'm going to store the name, I'm going to store the marks, whatever it is, I'm going to store the roll number, whatever it is. So basically I'm working with a structure, but differently I'm not using here any structure like format. So simple, there is a name. Obviously this name is a student name, and there is a marks. So I'm going to store the marks, the name, and roll number. I'm going to print that one when we print the information of a student. And num is used for counting of the student number, because how many students information you are actually written in between your file. Maybe 2, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 50. So this is used for that. And I for executing the loop. So I is working as a loop variable. Now I'm going to first collect the total number of the student from the user. So it is directly print that enter number of students %d comma num, because how many student information you are actually written in between your file, you have to first specify that one. It may be 1, it may be 2, whatever it is. Now after that you create the file pointer. So what I'm saying, that until or unless you don't define any file pointer, you don't work with a file. So before going or opening or creating any file, we first create file star fptr or star fp. This is whatever your file pointer name, it is depend on you. It is not any mandatory, but I'm just understanding for that one. I'm writing here star fptr for file ptr, and obviously you have to written here file, because until or unless you mention this file, it is not understandable by the compiler that this is a file pointer. Maybe if I am writing here int or float or char, whatever, then it is simple work with a simple pointer variable. It is not working as a file pointer. So for understanding or for compiler, we have to written here file, and all are in capital, file star fptr. Okay. So after that, in between these fptr, so yes, Utshamoy, you have any question? Utshamoy, do you have any question?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Then why are you raised hand?
It's mistake.
Okay. So in between these fptr, now I'm going to create my file. But you have to written that one in between this fptr. So whatever I am creating or I am working after that, all are stored by something in between these fptr. Okay. So in between this fptr, I am writing here, see, f open. So my file is not created. I am going to create the file now. Okay, this student file, I'm now creating that one. My file is not created. I'm talking about writing of data into the file. I'm not talking about reading the data onto the file. So I'm creating a new file, and I'm writing the information of a student onto that. This is my program. So for that, I am writing here fopen. And see what I'm saying, that you have to specify the path here. Okay. So now, for example, I'm not setting any path here. See, compiler compile this program or not? Check kora jak. Without path dile ki hote pare? Okay. So I'm not writing any path here. Just within double inverted quote, I am writing the file name .txt. Why txt? Because obviously this is a text file. I am creating a text file, and the total thing is written in between double inverted quote, comma, within double inverted quote write, because I am creating this file and write some sentence in between them. So basically, I am write the data onto this new file. File is not created before then. So, comma, within double inverted quote W. Now there is a condition that if if ptr is equal to null, then there is a error and my program is stop here because there is a exit. Is it clear? If ptr is equal to null, then printf error means there is a problem for creating a file. So this is by default we written here. So if ptr if is equal to null, then printf error and my compiler just exit the program, nothing else. Now if not, then move on to this place. So now I am already creating the file. Now I am writing some data onto that. What data? According to our problem statement, student information. So we know that how to write those information. So simple, I'm creating a number that this is a roll number 1 or student number 1. So I'm taking name and I'm taking marks from the user. Name and marks. Name and marks. How many times it is executed? According, it is depend on the number. Suppose I am giving here 5. So 5 student information taking, compiler taking the information of 5 students from the user. So it will execute it for the 0 to 4 means 5 times. We know that. As well as I am print that one also. I am print that one also into my file. Into my file. What I am writing here? If printf, then whatever I am writing the information, whatever I'm firstly I am here, I am taking all the information from the user. Not I am taking, sorry, compiler taking all the information from the user. Whatever your student count is, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 10, maybe 50, whatever your student count is, it is totally depend on the num, this num. And first of all, compiler collect all those information from the user. After that, in between the same loop, all those information write onto your file. How? Because I'm writing here a printf, not I'm writing here printf only. So all these information actually written in your file. Whatever your file is created, all the storing information actually written in between your file. File ta kothay store hobe, that's different thing. We will see that. And after completing all this work, I am basically close my ptr. Means now I am closing my function file. There is nothing to work. So if close ptr. If close ptr, nothing else. Here I am opening the file, creating, working some operation onto that, written some information or whatever you say. After doing all those things, I am closing ptr. So this is my simple program for creating a file, a text file obviously, and in between them I am writing some information of a student, nothing else. Yes, Jai.
Ma'am, in place of f close ptr, we can use direct exit 0.
Yes, maybe. But if you not use any f close, then maybe there is a problem. So you have to return that one and check.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm now going to compile this one. See, in my, so according to whatever I'm written in my program, so program is okay because the output screen is there. So now I'm writing here, suppose I'm going to store here information of 2 students. So my name is equal to 2. Now for student 1, I am entering my name here. And
I'm not showing output screen, ma'am.
output screen দেখতে পাচ্ছ না?
No, ma'am.
না ম্যাম।
আচ্ছা, 1 minute. আচ্ছা আমি তোমার আউটপুট করে স্ক্রিনটা দেখাচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে?
Okay, ma'am.
ওকে, জাস্ট ওয়েট 1 মিনিট। Okay, everyone see that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, now see, enter number of students. So this is my num. I am entering here some 2. After that, for student 1, I am entering my name and marks. For student 2, I am entering a name and marks. My program is end. My output is end. So this part is over. So according to my program, my output is okay. My program is fine. And I am written the information of 2 students according to my problem statement. Now, somewhere in my laptop, because I am not telling the path, somewhere in my laptop, the file is created. What file? Student.txt. Student.txt. What I am saying? I am saying that whatever I am creating here, student.txt, this student.txt saved somewhere in my laptop. Now, where it actually saved or stored? By default, I am already seeing that if I am not specify any path here, it will directly store this type of file into my documents under the documents. Under the documents that I am storing, I am giving you, I am showing you that one. Just 1 minute. See, this one my documents part. See, everyone, see this screen? সবাই দেখতে পাচ্ছ এই স্ক্রিনটা? Okay, so see, this is my documents, and in between them, see, there is a file which is called student. The file is called student. Now, when it is creating, this is a text file, and it will create at 9:55 on that day. So this in between, so if I'm not specify any path, compiler store this file by default in between this document, but it is for my laptop. Maybe you check in your laptop or desktop that if you not specify the path, then where it actually stored. It is depend on machine to machine. It vary kore jay. Okay. So see, in between this student, whatever I'm written in my program, all are stored in between this file. Can you see everyone? Are you see everyone that student?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No,
Okay. I'm showing that one. Everyone see that file?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so see,
Yeah.
this is my student text file, and obviously it will open in a notepad because this is a text file. And see, whatever I'm written in between when I'm running the program, see the name, marks, because I'm actually storing the information of 2 students. So all are written in between my student file also. So I'm creating a file, a text file obviously, and if I'm not specify any path, then it will by default, according to my laptop, it will store in between the documents. And whatever I'm written when I'm run the program, information of 2 students, all these things are print in my student text files also. So 2 things is happening here. One is creating a new text file, and writing the information into that. It is clear? So in that way, you creating a file and write something in between them. Now the opposite part is also happen. This file is already created into that portion, because in documents or any places in my laptop, I am creating a file previously. Now I am writing my program for reading that file. So today is already 10. We will discuss that one in our next class. Okay?
Ma'am,
Okay.
regarding quiz questions,
Yes. Tell me, Jayad.
ma'am, there was question, a simple question which print that output section there was 1 to 4, but the syntax was error. So I have chosen the option none of these, but the
Which
answer
question,
was.
Jayad? Just tell me that one.
Ma'am, wait a second. Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yes, yes. 1 minute. Now you can share. Yes, yes. Yes, Jayad. What is the problem?
ম্যাম এখানে এলস প্রিন্টএফ এর ওখানে দেখুন ম্যাম ডি এর পরে কমাটা নেই, পার্সেন্টাইল ডি এর পরে কোনো কমা নেই, তারপর আইটা দেওয়া আছে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। So it may be wrong, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, নান অফ দিসটাই হবে।
If there is a comma, then the output is 1 to 4.
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
If there is a comma, then the output is 1 to 4. Are you sure that one?